Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today we'll be making some bourbon barbecue sauce with Gobbler. Hello, Gobbler.
Hello.
So, the first thing we're going to be doing is cutting up some onions. And we have a pan already set up for the onions to sweat for a little bit.
I'm going to need to put a little BV to help sweat those onions in the bottom of the pot as we're getting it warm.
Hello, Merc Fox. How are you doing? How's the audio? Good? Alrighty. So all I'm doing is taking the skin off the onion. And these are yellow onions, yellow cooking onions. Make your everyone in Discord because your stream cord is on cooldown. Cynthia, would you mind doing that for me? You do have authorization to do that. Okie dokie, thank you, Cynthia. Okay. So all I'm doing right now is just cutting the onions up. And we're going to put it through the food processor real quick to make sure the onions are small. So that's one onion, and I have two of them. Normally this recipe calls for half an onion, but I'm making a double batch. Oh, sorry, a triple batch.
Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around. Merc, did that come through on the stream? Because normally I would hear it, but I don't hear it right now. Okay, just bring that over here.
Get these onions down so they're small. Just one more blast, and we will start sweating.
Can you tell us the general ingredients, please? Yes. So, for a single batch, I'm just going to do single batches for description purposes. Half an onion minced, 4 cloves of garlic minced, 3/4 cup of bourbon whiskey, half a... Oh, I'm going to wait until the ad break is done. So let me know when the ads are done. Good call on the ad break. Yeah, I just saw that on my phone, Cynthia. Indeed, said Merc.
Get ready to smack some garlic soon.
Yep.
I got a knife here.
Okay. Into the water.
Start sweating these onions down.
Bring that microphone back down.
Sweat these onions down some more. A little more BV.
All right. Ads should be over with by now. So I'll just go through the ingredients again. Half an onion minced, 4 cloves of garlic minced, 3/4 cup of bourbon whiskey, half teaspoon of ground black pepper, which I still have to go and grab. So would you mind doing that real quick, please? Black pepper. One thing I forgot to grab. And the salt. Half a tablespoon of salt, 2 cups of ketchup, 1/4 cup of tomato paste, 1/3 cup of cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke flavoring, 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce, and half a cup of black brown pepper. So I don't use just one type of bourbon. I have 2 bourbons and a whiskey. I have 601 bourbon, Knob Creek Kentucky Straight bourbon whiskey, and Black Velvet Canadian whiskey. Thank you, Merc, for joining in. So while the onions are sweating, Gobbler's going to be getting ready for the garlic, smacking the garlic and getting them all uncovered. I'm going to start with the other ingredients into this nice big bowl. Why so many alcohol? Because you need the different flavors of the alcohol, Cynthia, in order to get a good flavoring.
I'm going to peel some garlic. Quickest way, take your French knife and give it a good smack. And then just peel off the outer skin. Like so.
Yeah, go a little bit closer to the camera.
And I'm going to drop that in the food processor. I got quite a few yet to smack and peel. So I'm going to smack a bunch of them.
So as I previously said, this is going to be a triple batch, so I'm just... Thumbs up for Dad. I do that all the time. Nice. So last time I did this, of course, off camera, I kind of goofed on my ingredients.
Yeah, you sure did.
So what I do is, since I'm making a triple batch, like for this black pepper, for a single batch it had half a teaspoon of black pepper, so I just times that by 3. So I need half a tablespoon of salt times 3. I forgot it was barbecue time. Yes, Shuba. Okay, so...
Your hands get a little sticky from peeling the garlic, just dip them in a little bit of water. That helps out a lot. The oils in that garlic.
And for those of you who don't know, half a tablespoon of salt is 2 teaspoons and half a teaspoon. Hello, Shuba again from Cynthia. So now we do
Okay,
6
gonna
cups.
process the garlic.
We do 6 cups of ketchup for a total of triple batch.
Nice minced garlic. You don't want to have big chunks in your sauce.
And I don't know where you get your ketchup from, but mine don't come shaken. Question for Dad. Does the garlic have to be processed or is it enough to be smashed?
You could mince it. You want it in smaller pieces. I don't think you want big chunks in your barbecue sauce, unless you prefer it that way. It's for your preference.
I think I can name almost everything on the table. I see ketchup, salt, pepper, liquid smoke, 3 different bourbons, vinegar. Okay, he just gave me the answer. Yes, he did. Some people don't like some people like this minced. I like mine to be very fine. It just adds to the flavoring. Hey, Merc, if you're going to be doing that, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the channel. That's okay. I don't want to be rude here. So that's 1 cup. Yeah, I can guess the finer is better in case of the sauce. Yes. First time I did this recipe, Cynthia, I did it minced, and I don't like chewing my food or chewing my sauce. Now, if you want, you can always strain out the vegetables, but I think it just adds the experience. That's 3 cups. 4.
Oh, Gothic, these are pretty strong onions, man.
I know they are.
Tearing.
I always pick the worst onions. Five. And 6. So this 6 cup is going to be a little light. There's still plenty of ketchup in here. That was strong. I cooked for years. Onions don't really bother me unless they are really strong. Yeah, these are pretty strong.
Now, let's not waste that ketchup bottle. Let's put a little booze
Oh, I
down
will.
in there and shake that thing up.
I'm actually going to be using the cider vinegar for that.
Yeah.
So, you could do what they recommend with a tomato paste. This is 3/4 of a cup. However, I like my sauce to be thick, so I use the whole can. So if you want it to be thick, add more tomato paste.
I don't know if we're sweating down them onions and that garlic. That's what she's looking like right now.
You could just cook it down to be thicker. Yes, Shuba, you could, but tomato paste also is the best way to do that.
Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking.
Is there more tomato paste change significantly the outcome? Yes, it will just get thicker, Cynthia.
The consistency should be like a thick regular barbecue sauce. It helps thicken it.
Third cup of cider vinegar. And 3 will go into the first bottle of ketchup. Now, this recipe wants you to add all the booze into the onions first off. However, I don't like that. I like mine to be a little boozy. So we'll add all the booze at the end. 2 tablespoons of smoke, which means I need 6. So I'm using, right now, hickory liquid smoke. If you want to use real tomatoes, do you have to mince them or enough peel them? I would mince them, Cynthia. Yeah, cooking with the booze makes it not so boozy. Yeah.
You can take that top right off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can use any kind of liquid smoke, but I'm partial to hickory. Alcohol goes swoosh. As a friend of ours would say, Cynthia, we'll put lead in your pencil. Now I need a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce or Wash Your Sister sauce. So I need a total of 3/4 of a cup. Am I correct? Yes. And take off the little tab. Which is almost that full bottle. And now for the last ingredient of this batch, packed brown sugar, and I just toss all of it over myself.
That's all right. Makes you sweeter.
I was lazy one time and I cored up tomato and I turned them into a liquid in the blender.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep.
Okay, and that is fully packed. So that's 1. Do it again. 2. I'm messy, guys.
Boy.
That's why we're down here in the basement. It's easy to clean up. And 3. So now, once the onions and the garlic get ready, we'll pour all that in. And we will bring it to a boil. Then we will reduce the heat to medium-low and simmer for 20 minutes, and then we'll add the booze.
You gotta add your salt and pepper.
That was the first thing I did.
Good man. So I'm gonna put this in the pot. Onions and garlic look great.
Now, if you guys remember when I posted my ingredients a couple moons ago, I had on the list Steelhouse Black Bourbon. However, they're no longer shipping to the U.S., or to New York, I should say. So I decided to go with Knob Creek. I would add some of the cheap booze first, let that cook off, and keep the flavor. Shuba, none of this is cheap booze. And since I've never tried Knob Creek before, here's mud in your eye. Ooh, that's good. Definitely put lead in your pencil. Knob Creek, not cheap. Black Velvet, cheaper. Wow.
A little strong?
A little strong. Definitely a nice drink to have around the campfire on a cold night. Not sure what the corked bottle, but I think that is Wild Turkey. No, this is 601 Black Bourbon. Oh, 601 Bourbon, sorry. How much am I adding of the bourbon? It is a 3/4 of a cup of each one, because this is a triple batch. So unfortunately now we're in the slow process of just letting it come to a boil.
It's just starting to boil now.
Just starting to boil?
Nice and slow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just bubbling. Get all those flavors blended.
I have some New York Yankee bourbon. It's smooth enough, have a good kick. Yeah, that's what this Knob Creek is. Thank you, Cynthia. I see all the messages. Okay, I promoted your stream in 11 Discord servers. Nice. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate that. I assume ketchup was the last. Actually, no. The brown sugar was the last ingredient in the mix.
Still cooking down. We'll probably let it cook a lot longer than the stream.
Once we get to the boil and we'll let it simmer for 20 minutes, then we will start adding the booze. So we get a nice flavor consistency. So if anyone's new here, welcome in. I'm Got the Cowboy. Making some bourbon barbecue sauce with my father, Gobbler, which actually was his old radio handle. No, Gobbler, like the turkey gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
Hello, Ink. How you doing? You're good, thank you. Nice. You are welcome. So this is the
wood stove down.
first time I've done a cooking stream for this. Might be doing it again here in the future. I usually make a batch every year around this time. My bad. Gabor is an actual name in Hungary. Oh, nice, Cynthia. I didn't know that. Oh, it means Gabriel. Nice. And it's fine, Cynthia. You didn't know. And sometimes with my accent, it's kind of hard to understand. I understand. Smells good.
Tastes pretty good so far. Still gotta cook.
So anybody have any questions yet? Yeah, I can tell it's really good. The onion is still kicking my ass.
Hard part's done. Time for a little cocktail.
Little libation.
Little cocktail.
How long do you have to cook? We have to bring it up to a boil and then simmer it for 20 minutes. Which might be simmering a lot longer than that because it's a triple batch. Are you going to jar this up or what? Yes, Shuba. We usually get about 6 or 8 pints out of this batch. And that will last me about a year. And plus, I also give some away.
We'll can that tomorrow. Put it in the jars. Looking good. Oh yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think we still have some of last year's batch.
Yes, we do.
Actually, I have quite a bit of last year's batch. This is going to be what it's going to look like. Oh, what was that, Cynthia? What is the consistency of what you look for? How do you know if it's good enough? I need more tea in my life. Are you reusing old jars or do you need to buy brand new jars? First of all, Shuba, I use old jars that we have already cleaned. Cynthia, as far as consistency goes, I'm just going on flavor.
But the jars are canning jars.
And if you look at this, how it kind of moves around slowly, that's the consistency that I want.
Those jars will go into a water bath, and that'll boil for 15-20 minutes and seal. So you need a jar that is capable of handling that heat. Usually a ball jar, mason jar.
So it's like a jam consistency. Close to a jam, you're right. Are you making me want to use that for my smoker, or is it too cold for that right now? You can still use it in a smoker, Merc. But if you want to use it like that, you got to add a little bit of butter to the sauce to make it not as thick so you can apply it to whatever you want to cook. Jars forged in fires of Mordor, okay? Yes, Ink. It's never too cold to smoke meat. Yes, Shuba, you're correct. So believe it or not, most of what I just had today, I'll keep for next year. I usually get 2 batches out of all this, except for the booze. I get several batches out of that. True, my granddad was smoking sausages and meat in the coldest of winter, I bet. Clarified too cold for my butt to go outside. Oh, come on, Merc. Just get dressed. Oh, I can hear it boiling. Don't know if you can hear it boiling. Merc, all right, you got to pass, said Cynthia. Barbecue sauce just gets better over time as the flavors meld. Exactly. Exactly. Now, I shipped last year's batch down to Scrapyard. We know him as Kyle. And I made him open it up on stream and taste it. And the minute he licked the lid, he said, boy, that'll put lead in your pencil, which meant it was very boozy. And it didn't even last a month. And I got him a pretty good jar. That means it's good. Yum. Yep. Mark, you're right. Could I use fuel in a pinch? No, Hank. Is there expiration date on an unopened barbecue sauce jar? There is not, actually, Cynthia.
5 to 7 years is usually pretty good, as long as it's got a good seal.
Yeah. Now, there will be some jars that, of course, will not seal. We just put that in the refrigerator and we just use it real quick. I had a super boozy barbecue a few years ago, said Shuba. Old Smoky makes barbecue sauce with White Lightning. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I had to cook off the booze. It's actually better than any industrial stuff, Cynthia. Yes, Cynthia, it is.
White Lightning.
Yep.
The real deal.
I remember when dates didn't have tins didn't have a date. Back in the day, yes. What is White Lightning, Cynthia? It is moonshine. This particular one was made with apples. Legal moonshine. Yes, Cynthia, moonshine. Merc, I'm just going to leave it at White Lightning is 90% booze or 180 proof. I have to Google it. Yes, Cynthia. Moonshine is one of the purest forms of alcohol.
Wow.
Okay. Think we can let that simmer now?
You can add your booze.
We'll let it simmer first.
Okay. She's simmering. Can't boil it too hard. Being a tomato base, it'll stick.
Moonshine is sipping liquor. Yes, Mark. Exactly, you're right.
Around a campfire.
Now, I remember, Cynthia, you and I were discussing moonshine with Amat, and he said he was going to drink it all in one gulp, and I said, no, it will kill you, and he didn't believe me. Matter of fact, I'm going to get a sample of this.
It's still, the paste isn't fully incorporated yet. It's still melting.
Can I get really drunk or strip paint? I can't read that fast enough. Can I get really drunk or strip paint or power a tank?
Nah.
Probably could. Moonshine's like vodka, that it should have no flavor or smell except for booze smell, yes. Multi-purpose, yes. They actually did a test on Mythbusters. A certain kind of moonshine you can run in a vehicle, and it's better than gasoline or diesel. So right now, this is the consistency, which is still a little runny. So still got to let it simmer for a little bit. And I almost slipped and fell, which would not have been good on a live stream.
Pick up your feet.
Oh my God, that is so good. Holy moly, moonshine is almost the same as Hungarian Palinka. Both are high as fuck in alcohol. For me, simply poison. I bought some from Miss Unique Styles. I hope she gave it to someone. Yeah. Ethanol is basically moonshine. Yep. Yeah, I gotta let that thicken up a bit. but most of the flavor profile is there except for the booze, but I don't want the booze to cook out completely.
Now this has got to simmer for quite a while.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. What I read so far, yes. But that is good. How's the flavor so far, Merc? The flavor is awesome. You can definitely taste the liquid smoke. Like I said, I was using hickory, and I like to use hickory.
Last year you used Mesnique.
Yeah, I used Mesnique last year, which wasn't the best. That's why I like to stick with hickory. But, you know, I get what I can get. And both drink is sharing the history of illegality. Yes. And the U.S. uses ethanol as an additive in gas. Most places use 10% to make gas last longer and a little cheaper, but not good in your vehicles.
Not at all.
Is it or bourbon or hickory or a mix of both? Right now, it's just the hickory, because I haven't added any of the booze yet. Whatever booze we added to sweat down the onions is already gone. I would love to taste what really good smoked bourbon would be like in this sauce. Well, Shuba, if certain things happen, everybody that we'll be meeting will be getting a small jar. I know for you, Shuba, it's easy to deliver you one. You're just right around the corner. Yeah, only an hour or so away. Less than an hour, Shuba. You're about half an hour from me. Canandaigua. Verboot. Hi, got the copy. I was looking for a bit while having a meal. Seems a very nice barbecue sauce to me. Thank you, Verboot. No, I timed my drive as about an hour. Oh, okay. Well, welcome in, Verboot. It's nice to have you here. So once the boiling starts to go down, I'll be adding some of the bourbon. I'm hoping this year, since stuff in real life for me is back to normal, we can finally get together like we tried for the past few years, yes. Oh, thank you for the follow, Verboot. Bristol Mountain's on the other side of the mountain from me. Okay. All right. You're all right. I didn't want to be an asshole, but some of the people who can't be here wanted the stream link. What is hanging on your side? Right here? This is my M4 bayonet. Because like Miss Unique Styles and you girls always have particular niche. Mine's also knives. That's not a knife. This is a knife. And I always have my boot knife on me when I'm wearing my spurs. And ladies and gents, this is how you know Gothic Cowboy is a reenactor. Reenactor and military background. That's a little bit more than a Boy Scout knife, yes. If I show you my survival knife, then you would know. Blade's about that long and it's serrated on one side. And that's also how you know everyone will be protected when they're hanging out with me. Welcome to the stream. After this barbecue sauce is ready, we'll have a safety training on knife usage. I got a 3-inch butter knife, but it's cold. There's a difference between Netherlands. Would not be legal to wear it, yes. I still can't wear this knife on my side in grocery stores because it's not easily concealed. That's why I just take it out and just have the sheath there. But I usually have my military knives on me, which are easily concealed behind a coat. Getting better, guys. I guess it's illegal in every European Union country, but always have my EDC with me. Exactly, Cynthia. I always have an EDC with me as well. Whether it's my work knife or one of the knives I wear on stream. I have my EDC with me in the Netherlands as well. I don't care. Exactly. You got to be safe nowadays, Cynthia. What is an EDC? Merc, you should know what an EDC is. You're military. Everyday carry. I will not use my nails. I will use my everyday carry. Yeah. I forgot you were in here, Merc. You know, Merc, if Cynthia had an arm to reach all the way from Norway, she would slap you. And I would pay money to see that. Damn, boy! I just wanted the explanation for those who might not know. Yeah, Merc, explanation. And you do realize everyone can hear you on stream, right? I am far too good looking to be attacked. No need for EDC. Inc. I used to thought that myself. Why do you think I train all the time? I don't have Discord muted. No, we can't. You can't hear him, Shuba? Oh, that's because it's on the other headset. That's right. I'm sorry. Everything's hooked up on the other headset, which is why I couldn't hear any of the notifications. That's right. Whoopsie. It happens. Yeah. Incapabilities. An everyday carry, a knife, is not really for efficient self-protection. It is just a tool. Was very useful and handy at the times. Yes. Plus, I can savor a bottle of wine, cut a block of cheese. I have a dedicated EDC in my car as well. Yeah, if you want a actual EDC, it's a pistol. Which, of course, I can't show you any of mine on stream. Not even on YouTube. Open a letter from the president, what was that? Open a letter from the president, cut a string, open your lunch. Yep. I'm just shooting words to others like I talk. I can carry a howitzer. Ink. Even our boys who reenact cannot carry a howitzer. No, I mean they can't carry a howitzer by themselves. Yeah. By the way, Cynthia Hartwickson, people in the U.S. get letters from the president all the time. Shuba, I don't. Shuba, really? I don't even get a letter from the governor, nor do I want one. I don't want one from the War Department either. Even the ammo for howitzer is too heavy for one person handling. Or are you just kidding with me? He's kidding with you, Cynthia. The only time you get a letter from the president, you done something bad, or you did something great to where you need a medal. But your everyday citizen won't get a letter from the president. Hey, I lift my ego. That's pretty heavy. Okay, Ink. He sent them with his secret companies so you don't know it's him. Places like the IRS or police. Okay, Shuba. Here in the U.S., it's only when the government owes you something or you're in the military. Yes. Merc, would you do me a favor? Would you, please lift legs from... Okay. Would you mind doing a redeem? I want to see if it comes through the older headset. Or anybody.
Shish kebab. Shawshank Redemption. Shish kebab. Go!
No.
Yeah! Shawshank Redemption.
Chicago!
Go! You're gone.
Yeah!
Go on.
Out of there!
Go on. You're gone.
Well, when I
Go on.
bring things back up, I'll fix it. I know I did. Chicago. Okay, so now I'm going to turn down the medium low
Mission failed.
and just
We'll
let
get
it
them next
simmer.
time.
Audio is good. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not hearing it, Cynthia. Probably because I had to tweak my settings so much. But I know on the phone it's coming through. Oh, when those missions failed, didn't work. Yeah. Redeems are going through as well. Okay. Once I bring my system back upstairs, I'll fix everything. Yeah, I have the redeems on a cooldown. Because weird, our mics are coming through the sound system instead of the mic indicator. Okay, I'm going to make a brew just waiting on once human DL. Huh? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, human download. Okay. Yeah, human download, what is that? You have a child? Jeez, Cynthia. No, no, I'm just reading your messages. I don't know what it means, human download. Sandbox survival shooter. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know what that meant either, Cynthia. One human is the game name. Oh, okay. That makes sense now. Not yet. Not gonna add the booze just yet. You wouldn't download a car, had me rolling. I couldn't see the forest from the tree because I was jumping. It was jumping out in front of me. Oh, and Cynthia, thank you so much for your help with the test stream, making sure everything was working properly. Drunken drivers always says always. I wasn't at fault. The tree was jumping out in front of me. You're right. They do say that. Prediction, how long till booze gets added? Okay, who added that one? Was that you, Merc? Or was it Shuba? It was me, Shuba. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. Almost to the right consistency. Looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good. And no one has added anything. I ended it. Yeah, if no one's doing it, no sense in wasting time. This is actually the right what I'm looking for. Oh. Looking saucy, yes it is. I'll wait till the ad break is over. I need to go find food. Aren't? I think you're also a sub. Yeah, that's why. No, you weren't the first one. No. That's when you are a subscriber. One of the first ones. So, the first little bit of booze going in. And this was the last time when we saw Shuba for the last time he went for a month-long hunting trip. Cynthia, you're being brutal today. Don't stop. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All three boos are in. And we'll let that cook in a little bit, and then we'll give her another sample. See what she's missing. So, do you have seasons as well for different animals to hunt? Yes. Right now, we are in deer season. In the words of Homer Simpson, booze! Right now, it is shotgun and rifle season for deer. Whitetail deer, to be exact. And after Christmas, it goes back to bow season for whitetail deer. Which, of course, right now sucks for tracking because there's no snow on the ground. But most of our hunting is in the fall and the spring. In the fall, there is squirrel hunting and turkey hunting before Thanksgiving. When do you hunt for birds? Do you have to shoot them while flying? You have to shoot them while flying and also in the fall for birds. Sometimes in the early spring as well. Just added the booze and just stirred it. Bareback, gonna grab a sandwich. Okay, Merc. Well, I do thank you guys for showing up, and thank you, Cynthia, for posting on all the Discord servers. I know the old man was worried that no one would show up. My bro told me in Hungary, you're not allowed to shoot birds on the ground due to frozen ground projectile ricochet. Yeah, same thing. You gotta shoot them while they're in flight. Oh. Wasn't sure about using Knob Creek, but it's really good, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of my best ones, actually. You can use this on chicken wings. Pretty much anything you would use regular barbecue sauce with. How do you use this barbecue sauce? Do you smear it during the barbecuing, or do you marinate the meat? You can do it either way, Cynthia. Or on a meatloaf, that's nice too. Yeah, verboot. I never tried it on a meatloaf. But if you want to use it barbecuing, you got to thin it out with a little bit of butter. Same thing if you want to apply it to chicken wings. Yeah, that is a very good idea, verboot. That's perfect. Just let it continue to simmer for a little bit, and we'll shut the heat off. If anyone has any more questions, fire them away. Or any suggestions. Because in a little bit I'll be doing dishes off camera. Thank you for the barbecue sauce stream and all the answers. You're welcome, Cynthia. I know you were one of the ones who really wanted this, so I'm glad I could do it for you. I can't think of anything right now. No more questions from me. Well, if you do, Cynthia, you know how to get a hold of me. And I know this is a long hope, but hopefully you'll be able to try this. I wish I can send you a jar. Sure, but it would be much more interesting right now on stream. Lots of people watching. Yeah, but like I said, any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. And of course, one of these jars is going over to my sister's house when we go over Christmas. I would say not just me, but anyone could ask you questions. It's time for self-promo for you. Yes, Cynthia, you're right. Any questions, you guys can get a hold of me on Discord or any times in the future streams. And on behalf of my father and myself, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for your help, all your suggestions, all your questions. This video will be going up on my YouTube feed later today. Hopefully I'll be streaming again in a little bit. When people could find you when you're streaming, what are you streaming? I stream a lot of different games, Star Trek Online, Mass Effect, Guild Wars 2 with you, and going to be doing some Guild Wars 2 later on today. Thank you for having us. Have a nice rest of your day. I will do my utmost, Verboot, and you as well. I stream pretty much Monday through Friday, 5:30 to 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is Greenwich Mean Time minus 5 hours. On weekends, I stream at a various schedule. Saturdays, usually around 2 o'clock with Cynthia Hartwickson. We're doing Guild Wars 2 together. And I'd like to say thank you guys for stopping in and making this a fun experience for me. I might be doing some more cooking streams later on. Yep, we go Guild Wars. Yes, we do. And if you guys haven't played Guild Wars 2, let me tell you from experience from someone who's never had this genre in their game collection, I'm addicted to it. And Cynthia goes, no, you like Star Trek better. I'm like, no, Guild Wars 2 is better. I also do Halo as well. Halo Infinite, Master Chief Collection. I know with Shuba later on we're going to be doing some VR chat. It's been a while since I streamed some VR chat. I think it's a niche game as an MMO, not as popular as World of Warcraft. Could be. I was never really a fan of World of Warcraft back when it first came out on CD-ROM. Kind of dating myself here. So I hope this was as fun for you guys as it was for us. This was also kind of uncharted territory because I don't normally cook on stream. And I had to bring my main rig down here because the rig we have down here, I wasn't able to stream on it. So definitely uncharted territories. but I can say it worked out well. So right now we're pretty much done, just letting this simmer a little bit longer. So I'm going to shut her off. And I'll see everyone in a little bit. Got the Cowboy, thank you for your stream. Great to see such a cooking process. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Cynthia. I know you were really interested in this, and I'm glad I could show you how I make it. And I hope in the future you'll be able to try it. So everybody, have a good day. We'll see you soon.